There's one thing that cracks me up to no end. It's the comments that the ladies make on my videos. And if you ever read the comments on my videos or Facebook posts, you know that I get a lot of flack, a lot of hate from the ladies and the men who try to suck up to them in hopes of getting attention. Now, it's not really a big deal to me. I find it hilarious.
I'm going to prove to you guys why this is like feminism, but just for men. I'm going to pull up some comments here. The first comment says, "Let them complain. Our lives are so much better without them." If you didn't know this was a red pill channel, what would you think this is? You would think it's feminism, right? It's because we're putting certain industries out of business. Marriage, divorce, diamond, diapers, baby food, daycare, etc. Feminism. Right. All right, I got another red pill video for you guys. AKA male feminists. Because that's what they are. That's what they are. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I stumbled across this one and I thought this would be a really good video to do, so here we are. And this one I kind of put together in a hurry, so I don't remember what exactly he was talking about. I'm going to prove to you guys why I say this is male feminism, right? It's just the opposite of feminism, just for males. I'm going to prove it to you guys at the end of the video with some facts, so stick around so you don't miss that. So for those of you guys that are new to my channel, this channel is about calling out the lies and the myths from these red pill channels, these red pill alpha male channels, and any channel that tries to teach men how to be men that are similar to this trend. And I also correct false teaching from Christianity. And for those of you guys that want to support the channel, you like the content that I'm making, hit the subscribe button and hit that like button. Hit the like. That like button is going to help push my videos out there. All right, let's get into it.
There's one thing that cracks me up to no end. It's the comments that the ladies make on my videos. And if you ever read the comments on my videos or Facebook posts, you know that I get a lot of flack, a lot of hate from the ladies and the men who try to suck up to them in hopes of getting attention. Now, it's not really a big deal to me. I find it hilarious.
So that's what these red pillars do all the time. If you disagree with them, you're a beta, you're all these names. And I mean, they call you every name in the book. Now, you might say I do the same thing because I call them male feminists, right? But there's evidence to that. It's not something that I made up. I actually gave these guys the benefit of the doubt for a while. I'm like, all right, I always give people the benefit of the doubt. Judging by what I've seen and all the talking points, their logic and all that stuff, I've come to the conclusion that it's male feminism is what it is. So based on the proof and what I've seen, that's what it is. That's the truth. And like I said, I'm going to prove it to you guys.
It does speak to what all of us who speak about men and their issues have to go through, not to mention what all the men themselves have to put up with. So today I want to talk about why women, the pander bear suck-ups, and indeed all of society hate the red pill movement. Because the fact of the matter is that hatred usually shows up when you can't refute something, when you can't argue a point or even have a basic conversation. No, the hate is so deep, you can only try to silence it.
He's accusing the other side for calling names. He just did the exact same thing at the beginning. Pay attention, and you can tell he's very, very angry and very, very emotional. Pay attention. Watch how much anger he has in him.
So let's talk about the red pill movement and what's really going on. Because for all their screeching about how toxic the red pill movement is, or how it's dangerous, how it's hate speech, how it radicalizes men, the reality is they never actually argue against what it says.
And you know, one thing that these guys throw around for what they attack women with is they put fear into these women so much that they're afraid to say that it's toxic, right? Which it is. I'm not scared of these guys. I don't give a dang what the heck you call me. Yes, it's toxic, my guy. It is. That's the truth. It has nothing to do with feminism. It's because it's the truth.
They don't come back with facts nor reply with logic, not even with real data. Nope, it's just labels, lame insults, and moral panic. Because as we've seen time and again with the morally bankrupt, when they can't counter the argument, they attack the speaker.
They think they're using logic and that they're speaking truth when they're really not. They don't show it. The facts that they use is not, it's cherry picked data. They lie about the data and it's not correct. Now, I've come with facts with all the videos that I do. I've shown proof. I've given evidence, and it doesn't matter what I do, what I say, what evidence I give. It's never enough for the people who are stuck on this.
Is actually what has created the red pill movement in the first place. Because you see, the red pill movement didn't just appear out of thin air. Oh no, it was in fact created not by men, but by the people who chose to demonize them. The people who continue to do so today. Men didn't just wake up one day and say, this would be fun. Let's go be attacked and get called misogynistic for simply sharing our experiences, for noticing patterns and saying, hey, we have issues too. No, the red pill movement came from men comparing notes, from men sharing their experiences and noticing the double standards. And men realized that the advice they were given growing up was a complete lie. And that's the real crime, the one they really hate us for. The one where men start.
You see, it's hard for me to relate to guys who take on to this teaching because I've never had a problem with women. I've never had a problem with women, so it's hard for me to relate to these guys. They think they're the victims all the time, and they're not. Grow a pair, guys. It's time to man up. I'm gonna prove to you guys why this is like feminism, but just for men. I'm gonna pull up some comments here. The first comment says, "Let them complain. Our lives are so much better without them." If you didn't know this was a red pill channel, what would you think this is? Feminism, right? Smartest decision of my life was avoiding marriage. What does this sound like? You would think it's feminism, right? Let's look at the last one. This is the last comment. It's because we're putting certain industries out of business. Marriage, divorce, diamond, diapers, baby food, daycare, etc. Feminism, right? Put red pill and feminism side by side, and it would be the exact same talking points, the exact same thing. It would be no different. You wouldn't know which one it is unless you put uh, man or woman on it, right? That's the only way you'll really know the difference. That is the reason why I say it's male feminism. Not because I want to, not because it feels good, but because that's what the evidence is showing to me. All right, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I see y'all guys on the next video.